Morning, everyone, and it's that time of the morning, and it's time for our musings. It's Sunday morning, and um, so just the update on the situation. So today is well, I don't even know what date it is, but basically, as I mentioned yesterday, well, in the same video, but yesterday, I have decided to stay. And again, the hardest part of it was acceptance because I struggle so much in here, physically, emotionally, and but I know that also my son struggles. And the decision that I wanted to go basically in 2 days was hard for him. And the look on his face when I told him yesterday that I'm staying, he was just so grateful. He's such a beautiful son, honestly. I know, my mom is not biased, but he is a really such a beautiful soul, and so he was genuinely happy. So that made it all worthwhile. And the truth is that this hasn't even started properly. I have been in pain every single day, and I still am literally on painkillers 24/7, which with this tube, which I don't think I've ever done before like this. Maybe when I had a kidney infection, but the pain is so severe of that nerve, inflamed nerve, when I'm not on ibuprofen. And even ibuprofen doesn't last that long. So it's a struggle, but I have decided to make plan, of course, health permitting, because we have a saying in Slovakia, if you want to make God laugh, tell him that you have plans. And that is definitely a case in my case. Um, so basically, just to touch up on yesterday, I didn't want to be recording too much because I went with my son, but we basically ventured into a more rundown area of Jersey City. The apartment was 2,400 and didn't have a washer dryer in the unit, but had it in the communal areas. Um, and it's a stark difference between sort of nice areas and rundown areas in America. That is what I feel. I don't know whether in UK I don't notice it or whether I'm so accustomed to it. I obviously I can tell the difference. Like are we in a good area, are we in a bad area, but maybe because I'm at home there. But here I struggle with the differences so much. Like I just feel sad in the rundown areas that it is that rundown. I feel maybe that in England it's a little bit less of a like punch in the gut when you come to poor areas because the amount of homeless people here and I don't know. I don't know. I really struggle with understanding America still. Well, I am still new to this, but yeah. And when I don't understand something, I struggle. So, and I also don't understand this thing they have that they will build luxury building for some money at poor area when everything around you is poor. Um, Literally like derelict. And I don't understand the thinking behind it, like why? Because then you are like sticking out like a sore thumb in a way. I don't know. I mean, we have some development areas, like parts of London, like Colindale, that hadn't been this derelict, what I'm seeing here, but it has been quite run down. And now it's it's beautifully built up. But they have built up large residences, but a lot of them, not one, one in the middle of poor area. I don't know, guys. It's really hard, and it's hard for my son to make that decision. Again, as a young boy, as a mom, I would love for him to be in the obviously good area, but there was a $900 a month difference, and that's a lot because I think it's important that he starts planning for his future and giving this kind of money for rent every month is insane when that could go towards his mortgage. So that's something that I think we will consider next. So it was a lot. I was more sad than anything else when we went in that area. Um, you'd be like in a posh building, but everything else around you is sad. Also, strong smell of marijuana, but that's actually legal in states now. So, but it's like everywhere, especially in those areas. But that's also in good areas, you can smell it. So that's also something to get used to. And yeah, so then we took a cab back to um, pizza place, as you saw earlier, and it was just so nice. I love that place, guys. That's called Porta. And if you are ever in New Jersey, Jersey City, you need to visit it. It's the pizza is to die for. And hopefully, so today, we were going to rest. My son has plans for the evening with friends, and I'm just going to chill. And I'm also thinking that I should start working on some of my earliest videos, especially from London, and start putting them up for you guys. But the problem is that in this bedroom where I am, there's no internet access really. And there's no space for me in the living room because my son's work desk, he's there all the time basically. And then there's a sofa, but I don't want to drag my clean charger there. So yeah, maybe I will when I get back to England next week. Next week! Oh my god, I'm going home next week, you guys. No, this week, next week. Then I will start working slowly through my videos and create thumbnails and because obviously there's no rush, it doesn't matter when you guys see it, I guess. But so I'm trying to be more positive about this final week here. Well, not final week because obviously when Danny finds a place, I'm coming back, but I'm going to tell him I need at least 5 weeks before I can even consider coming back here. So 5 weeks of beautiful Britain. And so I'm sort of like making plans for this week. I really want to have more fun. Again, health permitting. So I am hoping tomorrow, but again, I don't want to be setting days for tasks because it never works for me. But tomorrow I'm thinking because it's sort of like probably the easiest of them all. What is this? Is this a hair or is this something crawling in my hair? Such a weird place. So yeah, tomorrow I would like to go to a mall or shopping center, as we say in the UK. I've been there once, roughly for about 5 minutes, so I haven't seen anything. But what I would love to do, I would like to do like an overview of the mall, what they have, but also if I see brands that are familiar in the UK, maybe we can do a cost comparison, clothes comparison. I mean, you can tell I'm no fashionista, just judging by my clothes, but I think that will be interesting for people to see. Please leave me comments when I go next time what you would like to see more of. I would really welcome your ideas as well. So that's for one day. I really want to do a video of the mall and also, like food choices, what they have, and also pricing. Then next time on another day, I really definitely want to do Acme, which is a shopping, which is well, what do we call it? Shopping, supermarket we call it. So Acme, and then maybe again, looking at what prices they have and seeing what brands we recognize in the UK perhaps as well, but also generally just looking what they have, how the stores are laid out and what I think. Then maybe Best Buy, because Best Buy is like our Currys, which is an electronic store. Maybe again look at prices of electronics. That's another day. Um, oh, I definitely want to do Target. I love my Target, and especially I want to get some bedding. So definitely we'll go to Target. And also I want to do one day. Hopefully, I want to see apartments, but on a complete extreme of what we've seen so far. And I want to see like around the exchange place there are apartment buildings, the prices start from $6,000 a month. So I really really want to see what those are about. If they let me in, I don't know, but I think that would be quite interesting to see what do they charge for in these buildings, like why, I mean, let's see, right? That should be exciting, I think. Well, for me definitely. It's not something we consider now, or I think even in the future. I think it's just, I don't know what kind of obscene money you have to pay that. Having said that, probably a lot of people can, but not me or my son at 25, definitely not. So hopefully, oh, and I think I mentioned Costco, right? Costco is a big one. I want to go to Costco and do a comparison with UK Costco. I mean, Um, currently, we're just after Easter, so it's not going to be exciting in terms of like festivity decor or anything like that. We'll definitely do another one when I'm here towards autumn, because that's when Costco comes alive with Christmas stuff. Or at least in the UK, I'm hoping here it's even bigger. But we'll see what they have available. Again, pricing. I think this Kirkland brand, that's the same as we have. And so I think the nearest one to me is Bayonne, which is quite far. So again, I will have to Uber, but my beautiful son is like, yeah, Uber everywhere. Blah, blah, blah. He's helping out so much. Honestly, I'm like a massive drainage on his resources. I could never afford to be here otherwise. And I was thinking New York, but with my health, I just don't want to be risking getting COVID or something and just going home ill again. I would quite like a break. So, not this time. Um, and I'm not a big tourist person anyway. I'm quite happy exploring local area. So, that's the plan for this week. I think it will keep me quite busy. And hopefully, we'll have some really exciting content to look forward to this week. So, tomorrow will be hopefully a mall, and then slowly we'll do the rest. I'm going to write everything down so I don't forget anything. And guys, I know you're watching this video after I've come back to UK, but if you have any suggestions what you would like to see in America, um, perhaps not so much touristy places like New York or stuff, because I honestly don't see how I will be going there, but around here, like if you are practical like me, looking at prices, comparing, and one thing that has to be said, you guys, and this is another thing I struggle with food here. I don't like anything. Restaurants are nice, they really know how to put stuff together, but when I buy something in a store, it just doesn't taste good. Not at all. I don't know what to buy here. I really struggle. So can't wait to get back to Britain. Oh my god, guys, another week. Another week. But can do it. I can do it. Richard, I can't wait to get home. So homesick. All right, guys. So I'll see you probably in tomorrow's musings before we go to onto the well. Who knows? I can mix it up. We don't know, but this is the basic plan. What we're doing, and hopefully some viewings in between. But you know, at the moment, I think we've seen enough, and we are sort of like now thinking of the location. What we're doing in the meantime, this last week, we have been thinking, not really looking anymore at the 3,000 plus range, but looking at this area, but 2,700 range, which we don't get much for this price, but at least keeping on top of it. Uh, and that's the plan for this last week. But Let's hope for the good health, because without health we have nothing. Hey, you guys! So a bit more Sunday content for you. By the way, if you think it's late at night, and that is why I have a light on, nope, it's 4:30, but we are in a very dark property. We are in the basement, so of course it's like this. But luckily there are a few mental health institutions around and hospitals. Okay, so you know what I've realized? I probably haven't showed you yet the washing system, as in washing clothes. So where in this property is the washing machine and dryer. Now, I understand that if I do have any US viewers, this is, guys, for you normal. But this is more sort of for Europeans out there, and for, of course, British people, if I do have any following, of course, to see, how really still so many people in America wash their clothes, because it's just something I honestly thought we only see in Friends and Big Bang Theory, but actually it's everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to take you down because I've got a washing machine on anyway, and I'm going to take you down to the cellar, and we are going to see how my son washes his clothes. So let's go. All right, so let's go. I just don't want to lock myself out. So this is sort of like, this is the door. So I have to be very careful, because I have once locked myself out. Oops. That should be okay. And so this is sort of their space, the landlord space. They sort of use it for all sorts of things. These are my suitcases here. But it's just... And of course, all this is then brought to the... the apartment. All right, guys, so we're going to the cellar. Are you ready? And if you're thinking Home Alone, you are right. That's exactly how I felt when I was first coming here. Well, and I do all the time. Right, so we're turning the light on here. Okay. Lock this behind me, just in case, there's some sort of mice or something. By the way, landlords use this a lot as well. They are in and out of this place. And as if it wasn't scary enough, there's all sorts of funky stuff on the floor that I'd rather not want to think what happened here. It sort of reminds of I wouldn't be surprised if they kept someone here, like help, But so then you get to walk all over these stains, which I'm hoping are paint. And oh my goodness, now this definitely looks like a cry for help, doesn't it? It's like, help me! Oh my goodness, absolutely awful. So imagine if you were stuck down there and the light went out. Anyway, so we've got other, of course, the blood stains, or the red stains, I should rather say, otherwise I'll be so freaked out. So we're going down the cellar. Of course, I'm wearing wrong shoes as well. So these are washing facilities for my son. Of course, the landlords have their own comfortably in the house. By the way, guys, my son pays $2,400 a month for this. So this is the washing machine. I mean, the appliances are good, no issues there. Big, nice and big. Actually, while I'm here, I'm also going to see if it's going to be ready to be taken out. How is it? No, it's still quite wet, so I'm just going to restart it again. So we're going to do bulky items, 215. So yeah, this is how they roll in America. Having these two at home is considered a pure luxury. In New York, New Jersey, Fun. completely understand Kevin from Home Alone, so this is what we're dealing with. Of course, they have all this new stuff, it's theirs, you know, and my son has this old stuff. So as soon as possible, we need to get out of here. Okay, so back up. Help me. Gosh, guys, this is so scary. Oh, not nice at all. Yeah. So, got to pick that up later. Now, is this locked? Yep. And back to here. Oh gosh, really scary cellar. Now, I would love to hear comments. What do you guys think?